they're saying there's no money for food stamps, but somehow there's billions of dollars for war. It don't make sense to me. And to put it in perspective for y'all, SNAP costs about $100 billion a year, but the U.S. defense budget is $850 billion, y'all. And then we got aid to Ukraine since 2022, over $175 billion, and then also aid to Israel, $21 billion. So the question really is, when you're looking at these numbers, y'all, if the goal is to save money, why are we cutting from the poor instead of the powerful, instead of from places where we actually have the money to cut? And I always got to back it up with scripture. But Proverbs 31 verse 9 says, "Speak up and judge fairly, defend the rights of the poor and needy." But instead, it feels like those in need are the ones being affected the hardest by this. And, Jesus said in Matthew 25, verse 35, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat." So it's really crazy to me. Cutting food aid in a nation this rich isn't just political. It's like it's moral. Like, how you gonna cut food stamps? 42 million Americans. That's pretty wild, especially during the holidays. And I can only imagine not having food for a whole month, like depending on something to provide for your family, to put food on the table, and now you don't have that. I don't even know what other options there might be for that besides like hitting up a local food bank or something like that. But definitely send up prayers for all these families that are going to be affected. Pray for the government shutdown to end. At the end of the day, it seems like Republicans and Democrats, they just do not get along. So anytime you get someone else in office like Donald Trump, who's a Republican, the Democrats, they just are like, nope, 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 nope. And then vice versa. When there's a Democrat in office, like when Barack Obama was president, they were denying every bill, the Republicans. So it's just super crazy to me. I'm like, y'all, we'll always have these problems unless we unite. And the only way we really unite and there's real peace is with Jesus as the foundation. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Should we really be cutting food for the poor while we're funding these wars? Because honestly, for me, I think it's backwards. It's pretty wild to me. I'm like, yo, I can't even wrap my head around why we're doing that. But let me know in the comments what you think and share this with a friend so we can bring awareness to what's going on. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. I'll see y'all next time.